Hey YouTube, welcome to the video. My name is Psycho the Man. Welcome back to the video. Today I'll be reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This is the second review in the week. I did one on Morbius last week. I'm now doing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 this week. And yeah, I don't think a lot of people saw me doing another review video, but to be honest with you guys, I actually get a lot of joy out of making these videos. I know these videos don't make the most views on my channel, but I personally really do enjoy making these. And I do want to say once again, this is both a spoiler and a non-spoiler review. The spoiler segment will be later in the video. I'll give you guys a little spoiler warning. I'll give you guys a little timestamp down below in the pinned comment. I'll actually do this time like for Morbius. So I want you guys to come back to the video. Or you guys just leave when I get to the spoiler part. If you guys don't want to get spoiled. This movie is really worth seeing in theaters. And yeah, if you guys like this style of content, me going over movies, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, I really like doing this type of videos, so let's get right into it. So Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now before I get into this, I'm going to be reviewing it as a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I'm a fan of the blue guy. I'm not like a Sonic fanboy, but I know what happens in all the games. But I'm not like a fanboy. I'm not like, oh my god, Sonic, everything. Like, I love the character of Sonic. I love Knuckles, Tails, I love Robotnik, I love all of them. And yeah, so this movie was actually really good. And if you guys are not a Sonic fan, I'll say it's still like 7 to 8 out of 10 watch. If you're not a Sonic fan, I would still recommend you guys watching this movie. But if you are a Sonic fan, oh my god, guys, you're gonna love this movie. So I start off with some of the things that I didn't personally like about the movie, except all the positives. There's a couple of nitpicks that I have. The movie does feel like it drags on a little bit towards like the end. It feels like, wow, we really are pushing a 2-hour runtime. I will say for now, I didn't really felt it towards like some of the scenes. Like I feel like some of the scenes getting cut, and yeah. Besides that, it was a really fun thing with the runtime. I didn't really have an issue with it. You only really felt like 5 minutes of it. It's like, oh, like you think it should be over by 5 minutes less, but you have another 5 minutes, and it's like, oh. It's usually towards like the third act though, but like even then, actually no, I don't know, because like certain scenes in the movie is just like, why do they end in the movie? That's when I feel like because they kind of just take away from the story. We're getting invested in the story, saving like a big action scene. It's like, well, we gotta go through another side plot, or you're starting to learn sort of the lore about the Chaos Emeralds. It's like, nope, we're in the mountains. Sorry if I was on a spoiler there, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like those scenes could have been cut a little bit, and yeah. Another criticism that I have for the movie is the human part. Man, I get it. I get the humans, they have to do the movie sometimes, but for the third one, make sure you guys actually make the human part a little bit more interesting. I like the idea of it being Rachel's wedding. I didn't like that. There's a couple funny gags in there, but the problem is that they were in a big action sequence at the time. They just cut to the wedding, like we're in a big moment in the film. They just cut to the action sequence, like I mean the wedding. It's just like, oh my god, bro. Like I want to see Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles and Robotnik like duke it out, but no, we now like to cut to the wedding part. Now, this will tie into the end, and I do like some of the reveals we got from the wedding. And overall, the wedding part, it was the weakest part of the movie. I'm sorry, sorry, Donut Lord, it's the worst part of the movie. But that's not a bad thing as well. Like I just thought those were just mid, like the human stuff were just mid. It wasn't awful, it wasn't horrendous, it was just mid. I didn't care for it, really. And yeah, that's like the only criticism I have for the movie, besides maybe some pacing. But yeah, another thing I really wanted to praise the movie for is, well, let's get into phrases. The action is phenomenal. So many action scenes that they hit from the trailers, and oh my god. When I get to spoiler characters, I had to talk about some things. I have to talk about the end credit scene, and I have to talk about the final battle. Tails and Knuckles are really fantastic in this movie. I love how they got the original voice actors from Tails. It brings a lot of character to him. It's like, well, the way they kind of explain how Tails knows Sonic is a little bit creepy, but when you realize, oh, it's the same Tails, that's a familiar voice. It's like, oh, that's fine, because I know that character. It's not just like some random celebrity like Tom Holland playing Tails. It's like, I already feel attached to this character. So you play the video games, you watch the cartoons, you already feel attached to the character. Knuckles, Idris Elba, fantastic casting. He sounds perfect as Knuckles. He is phenomenal in the movie. He basically is Knuckles. Like, I kind of, like, I don't know, man. Like he played such a good Knuckles, and of course Jim Carrey was fantastic as Robotnik. People are kind of seeing a lot on Twitter, like people saying, "Oh, he kind of like fell off this movie." No, he didn't. Jim Carrey was as good as he was in the first one, possibly even better. He went full Eggman. You can tell he's having a lot of fun with the role. And overall, I love Jim Carrey in this movie. I love Jim Carrey. He's a fantastic actor, and I am kind of sad he is thinking about retiring, or he's from retiring. I have sad days, but besides that, it's fine. Another thing I gotta praise the movie for is the visual effects. The visual effects are really, really good. And also the score is actually pretty good as well. I will say that. And just overall, this movie has so many things that didn't hit from the trailers. It is honestly such an amazing movie, and I personally really, really, really do like it. Another thing I definitely want to talk about with Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is, of course, gonna be the comedy. Now, the comedy was, of course, it was a kids' film. It started with kids. So the comedy, you get little fart jokes, you got your poop jokes, and then the poop jokes, and then maybe a couple fart jokes. Just like kind of like, I don't know, like kind of like meh jokes, like little common number jokes. But there are some jokes that are actually good in the movie. There are some really funny jokes as well. They do, like Knuckles is just funny, but also being Knuckles. They don't make him stupid, but he's funny. Knuckles is funny. I know Knuckles being funny. It comes like a criticism, but it kind of works with his character because, especially towards, well, the third act, it works towards his character for me. And yeah, okay, now it's time to get into spoilers, and yeah, you guys are not ready to get into spoilers, so I'll give you guys a little countdown. 3, 2, 1, Sonic. Okay, guys, now it's time for the spoiler review. I don't say in the background I'm using my first ever Sonic Mania gameplay when I first got the game, and yeah. So let's talk about some spoilers now, and let's get right into it. The post-credit scene was phenomenal. It's basically carrying off where the final battle left after Sonic. First off, he turned into Super Sonic, which I think some of us saw coming because they had the chaos images in the trailers. It's like, oh, they're doing Super Sonic, and yes, they did Super Sonic, and no, it was fantastic. I was honestly, I was trying to hold back on my excitement in the theater because my theater was like dead quiet, and I was like super excited. Remember, I'm just like a casual Sonic fan, but even I got so excited over that moment, and I'm just like, wow, that was incredible. As well as this movie actually made me shed a little tear when I just saw like how fateful this was. Like so many Easter eggs. The thing that really made it was just like a tear, and I didn't cry. Well, I didn't cry. Just shed tear, like a tear of happiness. I think the last time I did that was for No Way Home when Andrew and Toby were on stream. So it's that. Actually, everybody knows that's the thing, but yeah, man, that movie was incredible. And another thing that was really, really hype was the end credit scene. I was debating between Shadow and Metal Sonic, and boys, we got Shadow, and Shadow is phenomenal. I cannot wait to see what they do for the sequel, because they are in fact making the third one. It's already been confirmed, and we're getting a Knuckles spin-off series. I'm waiting for the Knuckles spin-off series to kind of follow his character after Sonic 2. Maybe he has like his own like villain. Heck, it could be Metal Sonic. Who knows? Maybe Metal Sonic could be the villain of the Knuckles series. But besides that, I cannot wait for the future. Shadow is such an interesting character, and my biggest thing is just give him a gun. Give him a fucking gun, and his character would be phenomenal. Make a reference to Shadow the Hedgehog. Give him his gun. And yeah, also really excited about that. And I also do like the big twist towards like the wedding, that they were all actually gun agents. I thought it was a really cool twist, and I kind of liked it, you know? And actually just a little bit of tension towards the what's it called, the wedding scene when they're like Rachel wants to get married, and it's like, oh, now his like hair fiance and rest it's like, oh no, we're agents for gun. Yeah, we're here. And I love how they reference the Olive Garden again. I love that. I love the Olive Garden references, and did it again. The same guy, they call him the Olive Garden guy. This movie, that's kind of funny. He's actually, I think, the main commander of Gun. I'm pretty sure that's what we got from the movie. But yeah, I actually found that kind of funny, and well, I don't know. That's another thing I like this movie. The movie, like I said, was really funny. There's a couple jokes, and yeah, and also Knuckles' character arc when he comes like always friends with Sonic. I think everybody saw that coming. I mean, like, it's not like, oh, it's so predictable, it's bad. No, it's just that if you have a little bit of knowledge of Sonic, you should know, like, oh, Knuckles and Sonic is friend. Why are they fighting? And it just kind of does that. And also, like I said, The Death Egg final third act is fantastic. I love both the action. I don't know. I just love seeing Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles on the movie screen, the live action. That was part of the reason why I got a little bit too towards the movie, but yeah, it was honestly such an amazing experience, and it was one of my favorite experiences in the theater. Just because of me just seeing those characters that I grew up with. Like I said, as a Castle Sonic fan, just seeing those characters on the big screen just made me a little emotional of happiness. Like, it was honestly so good. That's how I felt. A feeling for towards video game movies was Detective Pikachu. Pokemon was my big childhood, and the fact that this movie is better than that and the original Sonic movie. Yes, this is 100% better than the original Sonic movie. It's amazing to me. Okay, that's it for my spoiler talk, and yeah, I'm gonna do my outro now. Thank you all so much for watching today's review. Overall, this movie, a solid 9 out of 10 for a Sonic fan, and like I said, if you're a Castle fan, 8 out of 10. Peace out.